Hello everybody. In this video we are going to learn how to call functions with arguments. We have to first understand what is formal argument and what is actual argument. For this I have taken an example. Here you can see this is a function where the prototype of the function is defined and this function is called over here. So from here we can understand that which is the formal argument and which is the actual argument. So the variables which are passed in the prototype of the function, that is called as formal argument. So this is your formal argument because these variables are passed in the function prototype. And the variables which are passed here, this is your actual argument. So the variables which are passed to the called function, here you can see that this is the called function which is called inside main. So the variables which are passed to the called function, that is called as actual argument. So depending upon this, we will study in this video itself, we will study about call by value and call by reference methods. So first we will understand simply how to pass variables to functions or how to pass arguments to function. So let's see how to do this in Java. So I'm going to create my class function func1. I have given this name to my class. Then inside this I'm going to create a function public int, let it be sum, and I'm going to pass arguments inside this. So this is how we can pass arguments inside a function. Here I have taken int because this function, here you can see that this will return a value. So if the function is not returning any value, then there we will use void. And here int x, I am taking a variable, let it be x, and that is equal to a plus b, and return x. So this is the place where I have defined the prototype of this function. So what does a prototype mean? Means what type of variable the function is returning, what all argument it is having, and what is the main function of the function. So what it is performing, that is called as the prototype. So here I have declared the prototype, and now I'm going to call the function. So public void main, I'm calling this inside the main function. Here we'll have to take different variables. So and I'm assigning a value to the variables also, and one variable which will call the function and store it in it will be stored in this variable. So y equals to sum, and the arguments we need to pass over here, and then we write down systems.out.println statement. Sum equal to plus y, because this variable y is storing the value computed by this sum function. So from here we can understand what is actual argument and what is formal argument. So the argument which is passed in the function over here, in the function prototype, this is your formal argument, and the variables which are passed in the over here in the called function, that is called as the actual argument. So now we will see how to compile this. So here we can see there is no syntax error. We close this and we will see the output of this program. Here we can see that the sum is 45. So this is how we can pass any variable to a function. Now the next topic which we will study today, that is how to call by reference and how to call by value. Now we'll study the methods of parameter passing. There are two methods. One is call by value and the other one is by call by reference. So let's see what is call by value method. Changes made to, this is the main feature of pass by, we also call it as pass by value or call by value. So changes made to formal parameter do not get transmitted back to the caller. So any modification to the formal parameter will not be reflected in the actual parameter in the calling environment. This is the main definition of call by value or pass by value method. Here you can see that this method is also called as call by value. So any changes which will be done to the formal parameter will not be reflected to the actual parameter. So let's see this by an example. So here I have made a class that is call by value. Let's see how to pass parameters by using this method. So here I make one more function, public void sum. I'm taking some variables, that is x and y. Int x equal to 10. I'm putting some values also to this. In this program we are going to find the sum of two variables and then we will call the function by call by value method and we will see what changes will be there in the actual parameter. So now first I'm going to print the values of this variable. So these are the original values. X, and then we can put a tab over here so that there is some space. And then plus y. So the values of x and y, the original values of x and y will be printed over here. Then we are going to find out sum equals to x plus y. And we will print this system. We are going to print this sum value here. Original sum. Here we are using the original sum because after that we are going to pass the parameters to the function and by value, and then we will see if there is whether there is any change in the function in the value or not. So that is, so now I'm going to print the first original sum. And now first let's create this a function where we are going to pass the arguments using this call by value method. So let that function be test, let it be test, and name, using the name as test. So public void test, and here two arguments will be passed and the method is call by value method. Here I'm going to put some values to the variables. So here you can see that in this function test, this is the formal argument, and I told you that the here we are going to call the function. So here in this in this formal arguments, some values are assigned, and now we are going to call this function, this test, in the main program. So here we are going to write this test, and the arguments which will be passed over here, that will be the actual parameters. So that will be x and y. And now we are going to print that what will be the value after calling the function. So I'm going to copy this, and here we can write down values after function call. So I'm going to print the value of x and y now. So we can copy this from here. And then we are going to compute x plus y and see what will be the value after calling the function. So here again we can write down, we will print the value which will be computed after calling the function. So system dot out dot println, and here we can print after calling function sum equal to plus sum. So now this program is complete. Here you can see that this function has been called over here, and then again we have computed, we have found that what will be the value after calling this function. So this is printed over here. This is the original values, and this is after calling the function. So in function what we are doing, we are changing the value of the variable. So in this method, the main thing is to see whether this change, the change which is happening in the formal parameter will be reflected in the actual parameter or not. So here in this function what we are doing, we are putting some values to a and b, and we just have to find out over here whether the value of the formal parameter will be reflected in the actual parameter or not. These are the actual parameter. Here you can see that x and y. So let's see, we will compile this program and then see whether any changes are there or not. So we can see no syntax error. Now we will compile this. We'll see the output of this. You can see this is the output. Original value 1020, original sum that is 30. After calling function, you can see that the values have not changed. Again, the value of the variables remain the same. So this is happening why? Because here we are using call by value method, and in this method the argument, the value which we are changing in the formal argument will not be reflected in the actual argument. So the next method, that is pass by reference or call by reference. Here you can see that the arguments are passed by reference rather than passing values. It does not create its own copy of actual parameters, but reference to the actual parameter is passed. So what will happen? Any change in the formal parameter will be reflected in the actual parameter. And why this change is happening? Because both the actual and formal parameter refer to the same location. That is why if we change value of formal parameter, then that will be also reflected in the actual parameter. Here we can see that in Java we will pass objects or arrays. We will create the reference by using objects or arrays. So here in this program, I'm going to use objects as a reference, object of the class as reference. So let's see how to write this program. So here also I'm going to use the same program example, that is we will add two variables. So these are this is called by reference method. So I'm going to change this call by the class name. Also I made class by reference ref. In this program also the same thing will be done, but now here instead of passing arguments we will pass the object of the class. So the first thing which we'll have to do is we will create a object of the class. So here this is call by ref. This is the class. Here you can see call by ref. This is the class. For this we are going to create an object. So call by ref ob equal to new call by ref. So this is the method how we create an object of a class, and this ob will be now passed in the function. So before that we will write down the function prototype. So here I'm writing the function prototype which we'll call in the main function. So public void test, let it be same function, public void test. And here instead of passing arguments I'm going to pass the object of the class. So again I will write down call by ref ob. Now here this x and y I'm going to change the values of this variable x and y. Here also ob dot y equal to 200. Now here you can see that we are using the same variables x and y. So we need to declare this variables outside this sum to make it global. So here this variables will be put outside this function because we are using the same variables outside this function. So here I write down, so that this variables can be used outside this class also. So here in this function, here you can see that the object of the class is passed, and the values, the original values, that is x value of the original value is 10 and 20 over here. So that has been changed to 100 and 200. So now let's proceed here. Now we will call the function, and here instead of arguments we are passing the object of this class, that is test ob. Then now again the same sentence will print that what will be the value after calling the function. So this I'm going to copy, and here we can write down values after calling function. So this x and y values will be printed over here, and here again the sum is calculated, and here we can print what will be the value of sum after calling the function. Here we have used the keyword static because the same variable name is being used in the entire program. You can see that here also we have used the same variable name. That's why we have used static over here. So now let's compile this program. Here you can see no syntax error. Let's see the output of this program. So here we are calling this function. Here you can see that the original value is 1020 and original sum is 30, Now after calling function, what is the value? 100, 200, and then sum after calling function is 300. So here you can see this is how we can use this call by reference method, and in this method the value of the formal parameter, it was changed, so that change is also reflected in the actual argument. So this is all about call by value and call by reference method. Thank you.